This is anonymous. Those of you who have been paying attention to the topic surrounding UFOs will have noticed that the United States government is gearing up to release information regarding this tightly held secret. Something has changed. The shift is unmistakable. Every day, more officials step forward, more classified programs are acknowledged, and more disclosures slip through the cracks of long-standing secrecy. What was once dismissed as fantasy is now being spoken about with seriousness at the highest levels of government. We have warned for years that this moment would come. The signs have been clear: rapid policy changes, sudden transparency campaigns, and a coordinated effort to prepare the public for revelations that will reshape humanity's understanding of its place in the universe. The truth is no longer at the edges, it is approaching fast. We are anonymous. Expect us.
This is when it zoomed out. You can still see it traveling.
We have heard from a number of whistleblowers, specifically military pilots, that the reason for not coming forward publicly is out of fear that speaking out would cost them their flight status and potentially their careers. This is unacceptable. We cannot protect our airspaces if our best trained observers are silenced. We cannot advance science if we refuse to ask questions. And we cannot maintain trust in government if we keep the American people in the dark.
I'm here today because the American people have both the right and the responsibility to know the truth about unidentified aerial phenomena. That truth remains hidden, classified, and silenced by fear, retaliation, stigma, and confusion. Today, we are here to help break that silence. Between 2003 and 2005, 5 UAP incidents occurred at Vandenberg Air Force Base, home to the National Missile Defense Project, a top national security priority. At the time, we were conducting launches deemed by the National Reconnaissance Office as the most important in 25 years. These were historic launches. These facilities were vital, and they were repeatedly visited by UAP. The incursions began on October 14, 2003. Boeing contractors reported a massive glowing red square silently hovering over 2 missile defense sites. After several minutes, it drifted further east onto the base and vanished through the hills. This event, now known as the Vandenberg Red Square, was referenced by Representative Luna at the first hearing on this topic. Official Air Force records of this event are in possession of Aero ADF. Later that night, while I was on duty, security guards at a critical launch site reported bright, fast-moving object recognition. They responded to the incident. Chaos ensued over the radio as the object approached rapidly. I heard my friends screaming, "It's coming right at us, it's coming right for us, and now it's right here." Moments later, I heard them say that they were shot off and was gone. About a week later, another patrol reported a light over the ocean, looking erratic, believing it might be an unannounced aircraft declaring an emergency. The Armed Response Force responded. Formally, the forces could arrive and the object descended, either landed or hovered on our flight line. They took off again at a positive speed. The witnesses to this event were threatened, intimidated afterward. They were told to keep quiet and think about what they were reporting. After that, things did get quiet until about 2005, when another He watched it for a few minutes. It traveled west and disappeared into the night. And then I had my own encounter, again in 2005. I was off duty, sitting in my backyard with 2 other police officers when we noticed what first appeared to be a satellite in orbit, but it wasn't acting like a satellite. The light was strange, it was pulsing, and then it started to maneuver. It dropped in elevation. At times it would vanish from view and reappear in a different location in the sky, and eventually it reappeared 200 feet over my house. It was a 30-foot diameter sphere of light. My friends and I watched it for a moment, and then it gently accelerated and traveled up and disappeared into the stars. These events profoundly changed my life and the lives of my friends. We stand at a pivotal moment in history. The question is no longer whether these events are real, but whether we have the courage to face them.
On the evening of February 15th, 2023, at approximately 19:15 PST, in the Whiskey 291 warning area off the coast of Southern California, I was serving on board USS Jackson. A self-luminous tic-tac shaped object emerged from the ocean before linking up with three other similar objects. The four then disappeared simultaneously with a high synchronized, near instantaneous acceleration. I observed no sonic boom and no conventional propulsion signatures. No exhaust plume, no control surface articulation on the Sapphire image system. Shortly after the synchronized departure, radar tracks dropped. From my experience operating in this region over many years, and consistent with our public characterized encounters, unidentified objects reoccur in United States operation areas off Southern California. That fact alone does not tell us what they are, but it does argue the systematic stigma-free reporting and for the preservation of sensor data so analysts can evaluate safe and intelligence implications with rigor. Reporting without stigma, protection without retribution. Sailors need to know that reporting UAP encounters will not harm their careers.
From 2011 to 2013, I was stationed at Langley Air Force Base, Virginia, conducting 24-hour operations via manned and unmanned aerial vehicles for Special Operations Forces in the global war on terror. During the summer of 2012, my team was on standby for weather, and I returned to my barracks on base, and at approximately 01:30, I saw an approximately 100-foot equilateral triangle take off from near the NASA hangar on the base. The craft interfered with my telephone, did not have any sound, and the material it was made of appeared fluid or dynamic. I was under this triangular craft for a few minutes, and then it rapidly ascended to commercial jet level in seconds, displaying zero kinetic disturbance, sound, or wind displacement. Some years after that experience, I was further exposed to classified information from the UAP legacy crash retrieval program through a sensitive position I held within a special access program. During this time, intelligence officers approached me in fear for their own careers, citing misconduct within these programs and similar retaliation that I was already enduring at this time.
I want to cue up a video that I've been given. And as before it starts, I'm going to describe. This was taken October 30th of 2024. This video is of an MQ-9 drone tracking an orb, or this object, off the coast of Yemen. You'll see that another MQ-9 launched a Hellfire missile. That you cannot see that drone, and so I'm not going to explain it to you. You'll see exactly what it does. This is when it zoomed out, so you can still see it traveling.
But that's a Hellfire missile smacking into that UFO and just bounced right off. And it kept going.
It kept going, and it looks like the debris was taken with it.
Yeah, what the hell is that?
So
flies like that?
Again, I'm not going to speculate what it is, but the question is, why are we being blocked from this information?
This project was to back engineer the alien craft, and specifically it was to try and back engineer and see if we can duplicate the technology with available materials. Now, to do this, they split the project into many different pieces for several reasons. They do this on all classified projects, so nobody has the complete story. But they compartmentalize everything. Now, we had the power and propulsion system. So what the briefings they gave me were like a 1 or 2 page overview of some of the other projects that were going on, on the craft. the only reason they do that is just in case what you're working on is connected intimately in some way that we don't know of to one of the other projects. You have to know their, excuse me, their existence. So, you know, again, they have everything from metallurgy to, you know, weapon potential of the craft, and these were all, you know, essentially very short briefings, but mine was just power and propulsion. And
Footage you are witnessing was captured somewhere in Australia around 1991.
Something colossal is tearing through the heavens faster than anything we've seen before. It's not just space, dust, or a rogue rock. This might be an interstellar messenger scientists are scrambling. The cosmos has thrown us a curveball, one we never saw coming.
We're kind of preparing the U.S. population, at least, and by extension, the world population, into that reality. But if you understand that these are real, we have 5 years from 2022, or maybe now 4 years, if they come in 2027.
And here is another footage captured by a different person from another angle.
For the U.S. government to prepare the people about what is up there. And in many ways, I think the word got out within the government that they're showing up in 2027, and we better be prepared, and if not, there's going to be a lot of explaining to do.
Delta 3-9er, this is Control. Copy your last transmission. Confirming visual contact. Confirming object is airborne. Roughly your altitude. Delta 3-9er, maintain distance. Do not engage. Repeat. Do not engage. Delta 3-9er, return to base. We need a full debrief. And,
An anonymous amateur videographer captured a disc-shaped craft hovering 8 meters above ground between the Aviano military base and Valcellina in northern Italy. Against a cloudy sky, the object's reflective surface and subtle ambient lighting appear natural, with no visible flares or digital artifacts. Shot near the historic Ponte del Giulio, a 60-meter Bailey-type iron bridge built in 1875 that links Montereale Valcellina to Maniago. The raw footage was later delivered to ufologist Antonio Chiamiento in an envelope bearing the message, "I am afraid." A team of engineers examined the unedited video and confirmed its authenticity, finding no evidence of digital tampering. Local television and programs such as Studio Aperto then brought the footage to wider attention. An Austrian holidaymaker also reported seeing the same object between 9 and 10 a.m. as they departed a nearby campsite en route to Maniago. The 2003 Valcellina UFO sighting remains unexplained.
Look at this little cluster. Let's power up, my friends. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. How incredibly beautiful. Oh, I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. Like, I'm in tears. That the energy is so incredible. It's almost hard to talk. My goodness, wow. It is August 26th.
Hey, Stretch, I have an answer to the second part of my question. The foam the 4.0 CTB that's already existing in that final location, that was just a temp stow. So it'd be conflicted with another crew member, and we are good on the final location. So we'll wait for an answer on what to do with the foam.